Hello everyone. As a fresher, you had attended an interview in tech industry and continuing your preparation for the future interviews. If you are wondering why you need to prepare again, please check out the previous video after an interview of this series. Okay, now while you are preparing, there are plenty of questions that arises. Which are the interviews should you attend? Is it okay to attend multiple interviews? How should you choose the interviews? As far as attending multiple interviews are concerned, yes, you have to keep on attending interviews. Till you get an official offer letter, nothing is confirmed about your selection for the job. And to announce the results of an interview, it may take 1 week, 2 weeks, or even a month. You should utilize the time in between and keep attending interviews to get your desired job. In this video, I shared a few tips for choosing interviews. Important things to you. The first and foremost thing on choosing the interviews, according to me, is knowing what are all the important things for you. It might sound silly considering you want the job for living. The job should pay good enough money for a good life. While on the outlook, it may look just means to make money. It's not always the case, considering your entire life ahead depends on this initial choice. The things important to them varies from person to person, like the company's brand name, work location, work life balance, recognition, fame, power, co-workers, particular technology, a particular programming language, service oriented organization, product oriented organization, very high pay, steep career growth, or a simple day job that can provide basic needs. So you need to be sure on what are all the important things for you. Deciding on the career path is one of the most important things. You need to decide whether you want to be in development, testing, business analyst, human resources, marketing, management, etc. in the tech industry. You can be specific on subsection on these as well. Like human resources have subdivisions like recruitment, onboarding, offboarding, etc. Decide and fix what are all the important things that you are looking for from a job. Having said that, don't have unrealistic expectations on pay and don't dream of a job that has no work at all. You must be prepared to put effort and get a decent, deserving pay. Once you decided on the things that are important to you on the job, you can start choosing the interviews based on it. Ideally, most of us would want a job that has a decent pay, career to our liking, career growth, job satisfaction, work life balance, and a good work environment. So, I recommend to choose interviews for the jobs that can provide these. On some on campus interviews, you know the company, but you won't get the details on what domain or sector or what division in the tech industry you will work. Even sometimes your college or university HR might not be able to tell the details. In such cases, if it is a reputed organization, I recommend to attend the interview and ask the question about the job and role during the interview when you are presented with an opportunity. Research on the company. You had decided what's important for you. Now, is it okay to attend interviews simply based on that? Say, for example, you are looking for a job that has Java in the tech stack. Should you attend all the interviews with Java as a tech stack? No, absolutely not. The work environment of a startup, mid level company, and a big established companies varies a lot. So, first, you need to research about the company and see whether it would be suitable for you. Don't be prejudgmental while researching on the company. Few think startup and mid-level companies will have extreme work pressure with deadlines, low pay, and affect work-life balance. Similar sentiments can be heard about service-oriented or local organizations as well. That's not always the case. There are a lot of startups, service-oriented organizations that provide good work-life balance and a good pay. Likewise, there are some well-established organizations which might not suit your goal. Hence, research about the company in detail through company's website, social media platforms. If anyone you know already works in that company, get his or her feedback. Based on all the details you gathered about the company, perform thorough analysis and see whether it would be suitable for you. Researching on a company will also be helpful for you during the interview to answer certain questions. The number of job scams and bogus job interviews is rising every day. It is highly critical for you to be aware and avoid such scams. There are scam emails where the company doesn't have an official website. Tech company without a website? Beware of fraudulences. Proper research on the company helps to avoid bogus interview calls. Even if it is on campus from a trusted source, that is your college, still research about the company. Some colleges and universities accept companies that are ready to offer job to their students without complete background verification. Colleges and universities might not evaluate companies 100%. Sometimes multiple groups or courses available. They might even accidentally provide you with a wrong sector company. While you are looking for an outright technology and innovation based company, you might even get a BBO or KPO companies, which some might consider as companies from tech industry that will not offer anything on technology or innovation. On campus interviews can have other problems where you have restrictions on the number of interviews you attend. Like if you are selected by one company, you cannot attend another. Some colleges and universities have such restrictions. Imagine a situation where you aspire to be a developer, attend your first interview for a BBO company and got selected, where your college has restriction not to attend another interview. Your whole advantage of on campus interviews will be gone. Hence, it is essential to research on the company even if it is on campus interviews. Select suitable job description. Most of the companies give clear and complete job description. It is absolutely essential for you to read the job description properly and decide whether it will suit you. Many candidates fail to read the job description properly and attend interviews blindly. This is one of the biggest mistake and reason for failure. If you attend an interview that does not match with your skill sets, it's a waste of time for everyone involved. Also, a failed interview can affect your morale to such a level that it can destroy your confidence completely. So, read the job description and attend only the interviews that suits you. Another advantage of meticulously reading the job description is that it avoids misunderstanding and wrong assumptions. Example, a well established company might have BPO or KPO as well. The off campus or on campus interview call might be for a non technical BBO job. In this case, if you haven't read the job description properly, it is going to backfire on you. While you might still clear the interview, it would not be for the job position that you wanted. In case you attend such interviews just for fun or practice, you are leaving a bad impression on lots of people. There are very rare cases where the job description is not always 100% clear. In such cases, I recommend to email to the HR or connect with the support team to get clear understanding of the job description. Interviews to avoid. There are plenty of interviews that you can avoid outright. Interview calls with invalid email or invalid domain names, companies without website, companies with a shabby website, companies with extremely strict policies, companies with work environment that invades your privacy, companies that ask you pay for the job. Seriously, there are companies that ask you to pay 100,000 or 200,000 for the job. Those are definitely frauds in some manner. A good company with a good job offer would never ever ask you to pay. Even if a well established company is seeking you to pay in the job description, simply avoid it. Irrespective of how big the company is, it is not worth it. I'm not a fan of bonds, and in today's fast moving world, it's unnecessary. While as a fresher, it is okay to consider 1 or maximum 2 years of bond. Any duration beyond is not worth it. Avoid bonds more than 2 years. Avoid extremely strict bonds that ask all your original certificates or passports or pay cuts or less leaves, etc. Avoid interviews that does not match your career goal. No point in attending interviews that you know for sure will not assist you in any manner whatsoever on achieving your career goals. Avoid trial interviews. Some people have the habit of attending irrelevant interviews for trial purpose. Please avoid them. Those trials might bring wrong habits and possibly affect your most desired actual interview. Don't attend all interviews. From what you have heard so far, you might by now know how to choose the interviews. But should you attend all the interviews that would suit you? The answer is no. It is a very bad practice to attend every suitable interview that comes across your way. It is highly unlikely that you are going to be successful in all those. Every failure in the interviews will affect you psychologically in some manner, strain your confidence, and makes you feel inferior. Let's say on the extreme impossible scenario where you are successful in all, which job would you choose? You might very well end up choosing the wrong job. Now, how would you restrict or be particular about selecting the job interviews? Let's say you have a generalized criteria of choosing the job interviews with the Java in tech stack. Add another criteria to choosing the interview, like it should be a well established company or a startup or product oriented or another tech stack like Spring, Cloud, or upcoming innovation projects in company, etc. One other important aspect of attending interviews is knowing when to stop. Most of us, once got the offer letter, will stop attending interviews. I would recommend the same. While some might look for better opportunities and a job more suitable to them, or some might even think about having a backup option. While they are all valid, if you are looking for a job even after having two or three offer letters in the hand, it is highly possible to affect you in a bad way in some manner. Definitely, you are going to burn the bridge with one of those companies and the people involved in the recruitment process for sure. Keep on attending interviews after getting offer will do more harm than good. As a fresher, if you have a strong desire to get a job on a particular company, I would recommend to not have the interview for that company as your first interview. Most candidates wouldn't succeed on their first interview due to various reasons. Hence, as a precaution, don't have your most desired interview as the first one. There are thousands of job opportunities available for freshers. It is highly critical for you to choose the right interview that will suit you the most. Knowing about yourself, what you want from your job and life, deciding on a career path, and avoiding irrelevant interviews are very important aspects in choosing the interviews you attend. Make sure to research on the company, job description, and choose the interviews wisely where you see a high probability of success. All the best. Thanks for watching this video.